Hi everybody, welcome once again to a Low on Health video game review where I go through the games I've been playing recently. This particular review will be covering Fairytale Fights and Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion XL, both for the 360. These are kind of just straight up, straightforward games. I'm just going to bring this out real quick. Once again, this kind of maybe falls in line with me achievement whoring or just playing games I normally wouldn't play. First up is going to be Fairytale Nights, in which case this one is basically kind of like a basic hack and slash fighting game taking place basically in like a fairy tale world. And the main draw of this is it's very visceral, it's very violent, a lot of blood, a lot of guts, a lot of decapitation and whatnot. The problem is it's just still not that fun. It's very, I don't know, it's really weird. It's just not designed very well. The fight sequences when you attack, which you attack with the right analog stick, which is never fun, C2 human. But essentially when you play in the game, you can basically combo and attack off ledges and stuff, and you lose your money. Like, you lose like a quarter of your money each time. Same thing with the boss battles that are very gimmicky. You're basically designed to like lose a bunch and just respawn, in which case you don't get really penalized for respawning, but you basically can't carry over any of your money, and that basically lets you upgrade and do kind of, not really upgrade, but do stuff in town. It gets very repetitive really quick. And like I said, it has its kind of cool gore going for it and stuff, but it gets very old very quick. And it might be fun with like a co-op if you had somebody else to play with, but just as a straightforward kind of brawler game, I just lost interest because there's really no story or narrative that's really that good that keeps you going. And it is just, you'll basically walk into an area and like, okay, this is where they're going to spawn, I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to do this, rinse and repeat, and it just gets very old quick. Next thing I want to talk about is going to be Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion XL. This is essentially a 3DS port of a game, in which case it takes all the kind of, a bunch of classic Cartoon Network kind of characters, shows that have been aired on it, like Ben 10, Samurai Jack, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, and a bunch of other games. You got Black and Blue, or Mac and Blue, I forgot some of the other characters too, which I don't know. Grim. And it basically, it kind of plays like a Super Smash Bros. Game, where it's basically kind of just a straight up kind of fighter, a 2D fighter, and it has a lot of different levels as you go through their different worlds and kind of get rid of the evil in them and whatnot. It's an interesting little game. I mean, they have like power-ups and whatnot, and there's a bunch of kind of just fun achievements to go for while playing this game. There really is no voiceovers whatsoever because it is basically a 3DS port, so no real lot of extras. It's very minimalistic, but it's still good if you have kids or whatnot, or if you're just thinking about playing. It's definitely a good game to kind of blow through or play with your kids. It's very fun and just kind of cool to play with. There's a decent amount of unlocks, not a lot, but I enjoyed it because it was just kind of cool to go through these different worlds. You don't get a lot of games like this. These are kind of like, and there's a bunch of shonen jump games like this overseas, but you never really get something like this over here, and it's really nice to see them all come together, licensing-wise. But it's a good little game. Once again, those are just two quick games that I played. I hope you enjoy the video, and I see you next time.